How is it going, everybody? This is Sean Barnes. I want to welcome you to episode 68 of The Way of the Wolf. On the show today, we're going to be talking about finding your purpose. This is something that I've actually talked about quite a bit on the show. Well, I have talked about the importance of following your passion and purpose. But I've come to the realization that I haven't really spent a lot of time digging deeper and kind of talking through what is the best way to find your purpose. I've run into a number of people in my life and career that they're just kind of floating through life. They've got a job, they make decent money, but they're not really that fulfilled because they're not following a purpose. So today, I want to talk through if you are in that type of a situation and just don't know how to find your purpose. I want to talk through 5 things that have kind of helped me find my purpose, figure out what works well, and being able to be more fulfilled in life. So with that said, let's go ahead and dive in. The first thing I want to say is we all know that our time is limited here. So why wouldn't you want to figure out what your purpose is? Why wouldn't you want to follow your passion? I mean, that just kind of seems like a no-brainer. So first, I think one thing that is very beneficial if you're struggling and just don't know what to do, go sign up or join some sort of community. Now, you can do this online, but I think if you can find some sort of in-person community event, whether that's with a church or some sort of business group or entrepreneurship group or things like that, find some sort of a community so that you can start spending time with others. Usually, this will help you open up your eyes, and you're definitely going to meet new people, but it will help open up your eyes and help you realize, hey, there's more out there than sitting at home and watching Netflix and thinking about, well, what is my purpose? Going to social gatherings, all of that is part of being in a community. Second, create a vision statement. Figure out, what do you want to do with your life? Where do you want to be in life? Do you want to have that home with 2 kids and an extra car, or a vacation home? Or, I mean, I realize those are kind of materialistic and family based, but you've got to figure out where you're going before you can figure out how to get there. You can liken this to going on some sort of a trip or a vacation. First, you figure out, hey, where am I going to go? I'm going to go to Utah to go mountain biking, or Florida to go sit on a beach. Okay, well, once you know where you're going to go, okay, then we're going to figure out how do we get there. You've got to have that end goal in mind. And this takes a lot of self-reflection. It's not going to be easy, but most of us grow up with some sort of dream or aspiration, and then we just kind of fall in line, kind of become a cog in the machine of corporate America so that we can make money, pay our bills, and survive. And then that dream, goal, vision, or purpose just kind of falls to the wayside. Not a very fulfilling way to live. Third, giving back. Now, this kind of falls under communities because a lot of like church groups and communities and things like that will spend time giving back to those that are less fortunate. This is another way of meeting people that are passionate about what they do, and it helps give you a sense of fulfillment and purpose. Whenever you start helping people out, good things will happen. You're surrounding yourself with others that want to help people that are struggling. So that is another avenue that I think can be very beneficial. Turning your pain into purpose. I'm going to dive a little bit deeper into this and what I mean. If I think about my career, I've talked about this on the show, how for the majority of my life, I've always been intrinsically driven. I wanted that salary. I wanted that title. I wanted to climb that corporate ladder. And in my early to mid 30s, I came to the realization that that wasn't very fulfilling. It was exciting each time I would attain that salary or that title or have 20 people reporting into me. There was like this sense of accomplishment. I've made it. I've gotten there. Sweet. Awesome. But it wasn't lasting. And it wasn't truly fulfilling. Over the past 5 to 7 years, my role has kind of evolved, and many of you know how I stepped in and started leading human resources, and that opened my eyes to an entirely new world of human interaction as opposed to just the technology space. And so while I can look back and say I wasn't really in pain, but I wasn't fulfilled, and therein lies the problem. Once I came out of my shell, I started doing other things, I had this epiphany of, wow, there's so much more out there. And I turned that into coaching and leadership development because I came to this realization of, hey, it can't be about me. It's about all of those around you. Spending time with others that inspire you. That's going to be the fifth one that I want to talk about today. I have had some phenomenal guests on the show over the years. Okay. Well, not quite years. We're at about the 1.5 year mark, but the people that have come on this show, and these are people that I've known for many years, but as we have these conversations and as the topics unfold and we just kind of work through them, my God, it opens my eyes, and it's helped me grow into this person that I never even thought I could be, never even thought I wanted to be. And speaking of my own growth, I get feedback from people saying, hey, you've come so far, your content's great, your messaging, you're so much more comfortable behind the camera. This was all part of my journey and growing. And a lot of that came from spending time with people that inspire me. I could go on and on. Terry Weaver, Dustin Sanchez, Chris Tarver, Scott Wells, Henry Walker, all these people that have been on the show that just inspire the hell out of me. And they forced me to level up. I mean, for those of you that have been listening from the beginning, or any of you new listeners, I would encourage you to go back and listen to my first episode. Oh, it sucked. I mean, I'm almost embarrassed that it's out there, but I use that as a reminder. There are times whenever I'll go back and listen to it, and it helps me realize how far I've come and how important finding your passion is and pursuing that passion. You're going to suck at it at first. You've got to be consistent. You've got to keep moving through it. A lot of this comes down to helping others. How can you help others around you? And again, I have almost embarrassed to admit, up until the past, call it 5-6 years, I wasn't really concerned with helping others. I was very intrinsically driven. What success could I achieve? Man, I've had this epiphany that true fulfillment in life comes from helping others. When you find a passion that you can put your energy into, and when you do that, you see it light someone else up. The energy that they get from you and the things that you're doing and you being able to help them out, that is where fulfillment comes from. And it has to be about them. It cannot be some sort of self-serving, oh, look what I donated, look what I did. That's not it. That's not what it's about. All right, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. 5 key things: being part of a community, creating your vision statement, giving back, turning your pain into purpose, and then spending time with those that inspire you. I will say this doesn't happen overnight. It takes time. It takes patience. And many of us are not patient. We live in a world of instant gratification where anything we want shows up on our doorstep the next day or 2 days later. We have to learn how to slow down, take time, and realize anything worth having in life is going to take time. That is all I have for you today. If any of you would like to have a conversation with me, bounce ideas off of me, or just kind of talk through this topic with me, I would love to hear from you. Email me, Sean@thewayofthewolf.com, or my social medias are _Sean Barnes. Please reach out. I am happy to have a conversation and chat and see what we can come up with together. All right. That's it for today. Thank you so much, and y'all have a good one.